Alright, good morning, good morning. Today is February 17th, 2026. It is 9:02 currently right now. You can see bottom right. Um, just got onto the charts. All these drawings are from yesterday. I made a video yesterday just breaking down, how my night looks, how I kind of organize and, chart um, for the following day. So let's just get straight into today. Um, and let's have a great week. It's the first trading day of the week for me. I did not trade yesterday. It was a bank holiday. So let's come in clear-minded, focused, patient, and let's get it. So first thing I noticed is we took sell side, right? We took this range low, right? So we had equal highs up here. We did not take equal highs. We run lower, put in the change in the state, and then we get down to sell side. Okay. So now what I'm looking at here is I'm gonna delete this 4 hour, make things a little bit clearer, tidy this up a little bit, and then I'm going to make this a little lighter. Okay, so if we look here, no news on the day. I'll show you guys right here, Tuesday, no news on the day, so we don't gotta worry about that. So sell side has been taken. We then run the internal low, clean this up. Same thing on ES. I'm not gonna mark it out. Let's just say this line is an internal low as well. Um, Now it looks like we're looking to put in a change in the state here. So on the 5 minute we already did. So we put in the change, right? We ran lower, filled it, filled this 5 minute gap, and now we're seeing some legs higher here. What I want to keep an eye on, 30-minute 2, it looks like we could get a change here with this following candle coming in open to the upside. What I want to keep an eye on here is this high right here and what we do with this. Okay, so this high is just resting inside of a 1 hour gap, potentially inside of a 4 hour too. No, right outside the 4 hour, but high resting inside a 1 hour gap, right? It looks like we ran higher. We took internal high here and here on the ES and Q, same deal, right? We failed to get through this 2 minute gap here after taking those internal highs. So we'll kind of just see what we want to do. Up above we have internal high here. These stacked highs, like I said, that we already had taken. We have the change in the state higher. We have buy side here and here. I'll get rid of this, make some things a little more clear, as well as this change to clear things up. So I just want to be patient here. I just want to watch and see what we do. Keep an eye on this right here as well. Whoa, hold on. Marked out wrong 9:30. So I just want to mark out this internal sell side, see if we, soup what we do. And then, we just have our buy side marked out above. Relative equal lows here as well. Equal lows on ES. I'm just kind of going to clean up here a little bit. On this 30-minute. I just like putting all my stuff at the same timeline. I don't know, it's just more organized to me, more clean. Can see things a little better. That's just me though. So once again, we took sell side here. NQ ran its internal low, and then we see this model get put in here. So we see us get above this 5 minute change, 3 minute change as well. Well, we'll look at the 5. 5 minute change here, gets closed above, we pull back to it, we tap the fair value gap, we tap the inverse, then we see legs higher. Taking these two highs here, we did not take the range high, so I want to see if this just wants to rebalance us lower potentially, like I said, to soup, right, potentially, and then head higher. But we'll see what we want to do. If we just want to run higher, take buy side, soup this high, that's also something to look out for. Mark this out here. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. You guys can skip forward if you need to, couple minutes, but I'll be right back. So we're back. Let's see where we are. So we're still kind of playing inside of this little range here. Um, Gonna mark out this low as well. I just want to see what we do. So, see if we do want to get lower. Um, See if any of these lows come down. Fill some of these unfilled gaps here. This 2 minute here. See if we want to get down to the range low. Or if we just want to pump higher, take a buy side, right? I think we already rebalanced this range equilibrium, it seems. Yeah, we did. So we'll just see what we do. We kind of just been accumulating here. We're just gonna be very, very patient, and just watch. So we have about, we'll call it 13 and a half minutes till market open. So we have a little bit of time left. Just gonna watch. Remember, patience is your friend. That shit is your best friend in these markets. The moment I became patient and I just let the setups come to me, and I stopped chasing and I stopped forcing and I stopped just making up bullshit trades. I take 1 to 2 trades a day, heavily on one trade, one high quality trade a day. That's all you need. You don't need to be throwing on cons here and there, taking stab, stab, stab. Because you take a couple stabs and now you're down 390, 400. And then for me personally, like, that's way past my max loss, but I was going past it. I was still going past my max loss, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm past my max loss, but I'll only put on like $50 here, right? I throw on $50. Okay, I hit a beautiful trade, hit a 1 to 4. Well, I'm still only up $200 now. That didn't even wipe out my losers. That didn't even wipe out half of it. So, it's it's really just a game of experience and patience. Like I said, really, really big on patience, and just waiting for that full picture, for that full setup, right, and settling for nothing less. So take what I'm confident in. I take what's in front of me, what's clearly in front of me, and I leave it at that. So I want to see what we do, right? We put in this internal high right here, right? We took these internal highs here, this buy side. We hardly got lower. We failed to get through this right here, this 3 minute gap, right? If we want to go lower from here, we'd get through this gap. We'd look at to put in a change, but we hold, we run high, we open up now a bullish gap. So we'll see what we do. We have about 11 minutes till open. Higher time frame is still looking pretty bearish. All right, we open up this 4-hour gap here that we're kind of inside wicking. On NQ, 4-hour gap held, sent us lower. Took sell side now. We're rebalancing back inside the range, but like I said, I'm not just playing off of one time frame. I'm not just playing off of what I see on the 4-hour or the 1 hour. I'm playing off of what I'm getting in real time. That's the biggest thing, in real time, right? And just being patient, observant, reactive, confident is very, very big. Confidence is huge. Light this candle. And also, having a good day on these markets is a choice. And by a good day, I mean, I'm not talking about green and red. I'm not talking about winning or losing, because that's not necessarily, that shouldn't really matter. It should matter, but to an extent, right? It should matter as far as data. But excuse me. What I mean is, it's your decision if you want to have a good day or not. I can come into these markets, break all my rules, not do what I say I was gonna do, put on horrible size, take shitty trades, and be down on the day and walk away and say fuck. Today was a horrible day. Or I can actively pay attention to making the right decisions, practicing good habits, doing what I should be doing, and win, lose, or break even, I could walk away and say today was an amazing day. Right? I took one trade. It was a nice long. It was a winner. Closed, bang, whatever. I took a nice trade. It was a good short. I lost, but I had on good size. I kept my loss small. I didn't overtrade. I took what I was confident in. I journaled and I stepped away. So it is your decision at the end of the day to practice good habits on these markets, which inevitably, damn, I can't say that word, inevitably means that it's your decision to be successful, which it is. It's your decision to be successful, to pass these accounts, to get multiple payouts. It's your decision. It's all up to you. Because the moment you can stop fucking around and stop treating this shit like a hobby, because it's never going to pay like a hobby, the sooner that you'll get to where you want to be, right? The second you can really treat this shit like a business, lock in and say, I'm done doing this bullshit. I'm done overtrading. I'm done fucking breaking my rules. I'm just done fucking off. I'm doing this shit. I'm locking in. I know I can do this shit. And you do it. And every single day you focus on practicing good habits. Not winning. Not seeing green. It's not about green or red. It's about good habits in the markets. I promise you, if you focus on what you should be doing, habit-wise, I promise you're going to see results. And what do your habits look like? I always say good habits, and this is on and off the charts. Because remember, the charts, trading isn't about the charts. You don't become a profitable and a consistently green trader from just the charts. Where you become a profitable and a consistent green trader is actually off the charts. It's who you are off the charts. Are you a greedy, emotional, unconfident person? Well, then that's going to mirror on the charts. But if you can learn in your day-to-day life to be disciplined, you go to the gym, you stick to your word, you eat right, your confidence is there, you work on your confidence, that is going to mirror on the charts. So if you can do that, right, it's going to change everything. But as far as, habits goes, that is really, really, really what makes you a trader, is your habits, and is going to keep you afloat, right? Because some days we come onto the markets and we're kind of off sometimes, right? But if you have those habits instilled in your head, meaning, you have that max loss number, right? So you don't go over X amount on the day. You don't go under X amount on the day, right? Your patience is there. You have a good patience habit practicing, right? Your size is there. Let's say you trade one trade a day, like you practice that consistently. All these things are going to lead you to be a profitable, successful, consistently green trader. All these things. So the moment you can start really focusing on your habits, and even bad habits, if you focus on bad habits, right, that's great as well. Not focusing on them in what you should be doing, but focusing on them in what you shouldn't be doing. Say you get into a trade and you feel your heart start beating and you feel that anxiety coming in. That's not really a bad habit, That habit leads to you connecting what's in front of you to money, right? And just whack it out the window. Tell yourself this is nothing more than just lines or candles on a screen. It's just pixels, right? It's nothing more, right? You got to tell yourself these things. It's nothing more. Sometimes you have to be delusional. But then again, at the end of the day, it really is nothing more than just pixels on a screen. That's all this shit is. It's pixels. So why is your heart racing over pixels? It's kind of like when you play video games. Sometimes you get into that high stress moment, or, you get anxiety, you're about to win a game or whatever. Heart starts racing. It's because you're creating this emotion. You're adding unnecessary emotion, and you're overvaluing what's in front of you. And that's what we do in trading, and that's where all the anxiety comes from. And you entering a trade and you're biting your nails, and you're, oh, I'll be right back. You're going downstairs and shit. You're peeking back on your screen to see if you're winning or losing, and you quick hide again. And I was there as well, but you can't run from those things forever. You know, you can't just walk away, or you can't just expect to run and get away from those shits forever. Cause there got to be a point in time where you gotta just stand up to that shit and get it out your way. You know what I mean? So, oops. So like I said, good habits. It takes time. Trading takes a very, very long time. But the moment you can understand that this game revolves around your habits, it'll change a lot. A lot. So we're in this 1 hour gap here. We're kind of just playing inside of it. It seemingly is holding, seemingly at the moment. We fail to take buy side inside, right? And then we kind of just like are accumulating here. So this isn't really anything I'm confident in, like getting through this gap, getting a change. Like I wouldn't be confident in that. I just want to see it open. If we want to run higher, take buy side. You know, here, whatever. If we want to take this buy side though, inside of the 1 hour gap, and then potentially seek lower, or if we want to get lower and soup, right? So let me adjust this too. If we want to get lower and soup, to then potentially run higher, right? So I just want to be reactive. I want to see what I get in front of me. We have about 2 minutes and 50 seconds until market opens, so we're gonna wait for that. And like I always say, let's just have a great day. So we got a minute till open. See what we do here. The market's gonna open here. Looks like NQ's getting lower here. Say ES is going to bank this high here, internal high. Potentially look to put in an SMT. NQ's a little bit lower. Or if we don't want to take that high, and then we just put in relative equal highs, come lower, and then look to return there. We're total opposites right now though. So boom, NQ takes this low here. We see instant reactions. So it happened too quick. There's really no room for any type of long there. So bang, ES now takes this high. We'll see if NQ wants to. Want to get up here to this high as well. We'll see. We have an SMT now on both ends. So boom, we take this high as well. Delete that. Actually, we'll keep that there. There's really nothing here that I like too much. We have this small SMT at the highs. Just want to see what we do though. If we can get below this, let's change here on ES. Some nice order flow. I'd look to go short and put break even right at 9:30 open. I want to see if we can get through this gap here. If we can, I'll look to add another con. See what we do here. Just break even. Looks like we're getting some legs up here. This SMT looks like it wants to get ran here. Looks like NQ is going to get up higher, take this high out now. So we get stopped here. NQ looks, like I said, like it could want to run higher here. So boom, this high now gets banked. So I want to look here on ES and just keep an eye on this. I want to see if we open this little 1 minute gap here. 20 seconds. Let's mark out this 30-second. Change right here. See if we want to get lower through this or if we just want to get higher from here. Looks like we're kind of slowing down a little bit here. Seems like we do want to get higher though. Took buy side, took internal high, and kind of see this first gap hold push us higher. So we'll see what we do here. So what I'm looking at is if there's potentially like a continuation, or if we could potentially look for longs up to buy side, because that's seemingly where the draw wants to, what the draw is. So we open up this big 2-minute here. We have not a lot of generated inside though. No real generated. I expect this to hold if we do want to go higher though. Just want to be patient here. Looks like we're getting some legs up. So open up this big 5-minute here. Still just watching, just being patient here. See if we can rebalance a bit lower here. Get rid of this and this. I just want to mark out this 5 minute with lines here, so it's just a bit cleaner to see. Still have yet to tap this 2 minute or this 5 minute. See what we do. I just want to take whatever I'm confident in, right? I don't need a full move. I just want to see if we can generate, or if we can take internal that we generated already inside of these gaps. Have this internal SMT here. Which if we want to get higher, we're going to get through this 15-second, which it looks like it holds, so it sends us lower here now. Let's see what we do. What low is this? Looks like we're kind of really starting to dig now. See what we do. So this low here gets taken. See if we want to get through this gap here. So we now tap the 5 minute on NQ. What is this? So it looks like we're getting some big legs down. Very big legs. Seemingly just straight selling off here. So we got this 2 minute now. We're inside this 5 minute though. So we'll see if we want to take here. So the reason why I wouldn't really look to take a short here is just because we got to this 2 minute, right? But we're inside of a 5 minute now. And it looks like we can't put this 2 minute change in. So if we do get this 2 minute change and we pull back to up in here, then I'd look. But I want to see what we do off this this low that we just took here. So now we do have an SMT. I want to see us get through this 30-second here to the upside if we are going to get higher, and potentially look to put in this change as well. So it looks like we are continuing to run lower here. Got through this big 2 minute on NQ. Still have this SMT here at the moment. Looks like we're going to put in this 2 minute change now, so this narrative could be getting flipped here. I just want to see though. Okay, so Let's see what we do. There's really no room for me to enter anywhere. Nothing catches my eye at the moment currently. No fair value gap. And there's no nothing. So one thing to note though, we have SMT, but I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm just gonna look here. So we pull back to this 2 minute now. Take a stab here. Not with that much. Just stops right above this 2 minute gap here. I want to just see us get some displacement lower. So we got our 2 minute change, we got our inverse here. As far as break even goes, probably looking this first low here to go break even. So we're gonna dot this out. It's gonna be our break even. This is how we're looking. I'm gonna get rid of this too, just to clean that up, make things a bit more clear. NQ's getting lower, getting some nice legs down. See what we do here. So the standard deviation rests fairly right below sell side. So I'm just gonna look for that. Break even at this first low. Get rid of this. Just let the market do its thing. It's gonna be patient here. Get rid of this. Let the market do its thing. Looking like we're gonna get through this 5 minute gap as well here. I'm getting through it pretty nicely so far. Looks like we got a last second pullback. It's not really what I'd like to see. Would like to see if we would have got a 5 minute change to the downside there. But we do get through this 2 minute gap here. We get through this 2 minute gap and we get a 2 minute change in a state. So it's still a nice trade. Buy side got taken to the upside. We see this big wick we leave behind. And now we'll see what we do. Just targeting lower. So boom, we're now break even. So risk is off the table. We'll just see what we do here. NQ I think is running lower, it looks. Yeah, so NQ looks to be getting lower more efficiently. This low now gets taken here instead of equal lows, which we actually take on ES as well. Let's see what we do. which if we're pretty identical here on ES and NQ, and we both get to this low first seemingly, I'm just gonna take off there. But if ES can kind of, you know, catch up a little bit and get ahead, just break even. So we open up this 1 minute gap here. It's clean. See what we do. I like standard deviation. I think it is a good target. Because once we get lower, I'd want to see us just looking where we are. Yeah, we'll just see what we do. We'll just let it rock out for now. This is a great position to be in when you have, you know, a position and excuse me, and you can, you know, go break even after something gets taken, and then you also have a gap that opens up in that favor excuse me, in favor of your trade. It's beautiful because you get an extra layer of protection for your break even. So I'm break even now, right? If we just kind of real slow all the way down, looking something like this, there's no real big gaps that are getting opened up there, right? But we just get that boom, big spike down. We open up a gap here. My stop loss is now protected. So it's a great thing. And we're just going to we're probably just gonna take off here at this low. I like standard deviation, but I'm just taking what I'm confident in at the end of the day. And if NQ takes that low first, we'll just see what we do. Mark out that 2 minute now. Risk is off the table. If I had more cons, I would definitely leave a runner down to standard deviation. But I only have 2 cons on. So NQ takes that low now. And I just want to see what reaction we get. If we get back up and through this 30-second, I'm going to close. But if we can continue to get down there as well, then I'm just going to let it rock out. So bang, TP gets hit. We're up 209 on the day. We had that little floof, little stab earlier that definitely could have been avoided. It just wasn't high confluence, literally just took it off of nothing. But hey, you know, we corrected ourselves, we stayed patient, we took what we're confident in, and we leave it at that. So, great trade on the day, great patience. Once again, that first trade was just off of really nothing, you know what I mean? I mean, if we look at this, like, there was no fair value gap here that got ran. 30-second, no fair value gap. Bots I got taken, we didn't even take internal yet, and we just, you know, throwing a trade. Good thing it was not full size though, because I noticed we didn't have any fair value gaps. So I put on about $150 worth of size, and just kept it at that. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, we stay patient. We don't keep that loss in the back of our minds. We just push it to the side. This is why you want to, approach these days with good risk, correct risk, because like I said, I'm looking to take 1 to 2 trades a day. That's it. If this trade right here fails, well then I'm down like to, I want to say 80, and that's it. That's a great position for me to be in. So I'm done there, right? I'm done there. I step away and I journal, and that's all, right? But it's just positioning yourself, and confidence. Like a lot of people, they'll take a loss and it'll kind of stick with them, and it'll stick on every single trade that they take, and they'll just bring this added emotion and fear into the markets, and it's just unnecessary. You don't have to do it. So once again, great decision making. As you can see today, like I said, again, no news, and then we'll see what the rest of the week brings. So tomorrow we have FOMC coming out at 2. We'll see what the morning brings. Typically the mornings can be a little slower, but we'll keep an eye on it. If I do trade, it might be light size. We'll see how the markets are moving. We'll see, what setups are presented. Unemployment claims coming out at 8:30 Thursday, and then Friday we have some stack news here, which is great. I love when we have some nice news. So other than that, I'm out of here, y'all, and I will catch y'all tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.